Look deep inside, tell me what you find. In the Worx verse, lights flicker, you can see the pain in my eyes. Bringing back to life, Lord, I'm not ready to die. I'm not ready to die. In this flow, going so low, so unique, it's starting to show. You know, like a surgical lyricist with precision, with the relentless glow. This is the firework inside of my heart's work, coming up and doing a vision in full effect, like a calm rainstorm to ease the evening's unrest. Raise your hands up to the heavens. Lights flicker inside of a hope so bright. Through the blade in the dark, they try to cut like a knife. A scalpel to your soul, carrying this heart's weight. As them souls cry, the sparks start to renew inside of a new life. Yeah, I'm back on that love's grind, a new era of a love life. Locked in, ready to go up inside of the whole show. Renewing a transmission of the long song of a heart's work. You can see the fire in the life set in the skies like the 4th of July, moving in like a surgeon on a lyricist mission, gloved up, mic in hand, the word steady blade with precision, man. Cutting through that deception and the false visions, stitching up the pain this world tries to hide. A heartwork warrior on lock tonight, bringing the dead dreams back to life. Dust them off, pull them off them shelves. What are you doing right now? Tonight. This is a Heartwork warrior's vision on lock tonight, to bring the dead dreams back to life. A new era of that kind of love life, of a Heartwork song and verse. Crafted up with my dear Lord, oh God. The demons lurk in, that meet their demise. As I move with precision, I can see the pain in my eyes to rewrite that script. Real talk, I ain't doing it for money or fame, but to turn dreams into honey from pain. Transforming that struggle that you feel into pure power. Blazing tracks for all to witness. The soul's work in the trenches, I'm pulling it back from the ledge. No bars, no fences. I see the spiritual wars, scars from the battlefield. You've been torn apart. Mending them flaws, them breadcrumbs left behind, all trailing, trying to dim that light inside. As a Heartwork warrior, anew, transformed, you'll shine right through the blackest of nights, turning sadnesses into light, ready for that fight of your life. Preparedness is the movement I write for Christ. Converting pain into Christ-like light. Trying to put a new Heartworks transmission in, like a surgical mission. They can't dim your glow. I'm gonna let the whole world know, building from that wreckage of my whole soul. I was born for this fight, crafted up for the mission, dancing in a new Heartworks transmission, breathing the fresh air tonight, bringing that light to unite, shining through the trials and tribulations and tests that were set up on us all night, dusting off them dreams, take them off them shelves tonight. No fear in the sound. This is the movement now. Adding miles to the Heartworks transmission, making it clean, making it mean. Strong, the hands of grace, like a Maserati roaring down the highway. Real, no gimmicky, cutting deep into the systemic, unraveling the deception and the lies, stepping the prophetic mind, seeing through the disguised prophets all of the time, bringing sight to the blind and hope to the heartbroken, cutting wide open for that kind of heart's work surgery, rewriting that G-code with the vision of your heart, crafted up for the rise, feel the pulse in every track, real enterprise, gripping the mic with steady hands, real enterprise, breathing life into the craft, artwork translation, sound doctrine, gospel rhymes, and healing the wounds, stitching up where they tried to divide, abuse and seen inside of their eyes. We're bringing them back to life tonight. We're bringing them back to life tonight. So raise up your hands to the heavens. Draw near, there's no need for fear in this Lamborghini made transmission. Burn it clean into the cool winter's air, resurrecting souls' warfare. Light up that dark with the bright new flame, exhausted hearts and wicked wrecked up flames inside of the souls, unique and bright. I'm breathing for the better chests of men tonight. I'm dancing in the dark, the cold world of warfare. Defibrillator bars, shocking the hearts back to life. Come alive. I don't write raps, I revive souls, hearts, and minds. Igniting the dreams with the new dreams lyricists mission. The engines, combustion, taking the heat, taking the heat, taking dusty dreams off them shelves, hearts pumping, pumping for a new era, that new love life, crafted up by the Lord's own light. Demons lurking in to meet their demise all the time, lock them dead in their eyes, locked up, they can see the pain that they cause. I'm on fire this time, man. Raising dead dreams and jumping them heart starts from them heart's parts to rise higher than the thick smokestacks, threading broken hearts together all of the time. This is how heart works, heart surgery, cutting with the deep grace, healing everything within each and every single verse. This is verse works, heart works, heart works, rising, crafting dreams with the precision, cutting wounds that they left wide open, resurrecting the visions up in the cyber pop drip. Holy lyricists on this mission, surviving all of that deceit that they tried to break on me. They tried to kill me. They don't know me. They thought they knew me, but they never knew me. I'm coming alive. I'm breathing with provision in my vet. Get dance in the water and not get wet. Untouched and erased, but they never dimmed all that light. Equipped with game, we flip the script. We dig it deep and then in the down low, catching all the glimpse of the change, you know. Heart works, warriors standing up tall, speaking to the voices of the voiceless. Every verse is a weapon, teaching lessons in the trenches. And I'm still here, I'm still breathing deep down low. You can draw me near. It's a hard work vet, you can bet on it. I'm running up in that new Worx transmission, unfazed by the rain, ready to go convert that covert, them camouflaged hearts. This is hard works, back up in the G-code, survival of the fittest, bringing up the G-code, bringing this back to life for all the broken up hearts, unchained in the world's melodies from evil. Heart work warriors standing up forever and tall. We're lighting up that steeple for all the broken people. We're lighting up its steeple, makes us holy in the grit, restoring light into your name, building a new Worx transmission for the fallen and the voiceless. I speak with fire in my breath. So Worx verse to detect. Long time spend the talking, no walking. Just a work warrior out here, not living in all of that fear. Lights flicker, you can see the eyes and the pain. Bring me back to life, Lord. Bring me back to life, Lord. In this flow so unique, and I'm starting to show like a surgical lyricist, precision, ready to go up and shine. This is my Worx transmission, envisioned, come into full effect like a calm rainstorm, ease all the evenings on rest. I detect them lights flicker inside of a hope so bright. Through the dance in the middle of the night, they try to cut up your life with a knife, a scalpel to your soul, carrying this whole heart's weight. As my soul cries, start to whisper, a spark up inside of this new life. Back on that grind, getting locked in steadily, renewing that transmission up in heart's work, bringing life to the skies. Like that surgical mission, light it up tonight. I made this one for the real ones. They tried to paint you as the monster, but you can see theirs clearly. This isn't just a puppet trail, it's a calculated operation. A game of smoke and mirrors, where the goal isn't just to harm you, it's to make sure that no one believes you, no one sees you. For you. For you. That's the kind of sociopathy that we're dealing with here. The kind that doesn't come from random strangers. Kind of chaos. The fuck is this, man? The fuck is this, man? But from carefully drawn up plans, step by step, like a military tactic, deployed against the mind, left in stacks and stacks. That song. Have you ever heard of it? Look it up. It's words straight out of the East Germany Stasi playbook. Psychological warfare designed to destabilize enemies from within. Their own kind, their own men. This wasn't just a government operation. This was personal. The tactics met just as deadly. Just as deadly. Didn't just poison me. They did it all of the time, making you look crazy, sabotaging your relationships, made it look like I was the one pushing people away. But this was just stacked up on me. Through them spread lies, whispers and demons in the night, and I confronted them. Yeah, I'm just paranoid, right? They hacked me up, tracked me, manipulated my life, stole up my money, twisted it all around and seemed like I was the one acting all funny. I'm the one obsessed, right? Classic narcissistic type of project, projecting it on you. If it's you, it's the kind of thing that's just uncalled for. Sociopathic strategy to dismantle a person entirely, and the goal is to erase me, not just physically, but to obliterate my credibility. And that to just break me down, to keep me in the low lows, but I rise up from the wreckage, let the whole world know I'm here to stay, trying to wipe me away. So I'm laced up with the truth, but can't erase my design. They had me poisoned out of my mind, out of the roots, trying to rot that tree. hacked up in my own name, trying to chop at me. Play is cheap and the close fake, Judas in the scary and disguised ways, smiling with the blaze, saw through the cut lies. They blackball in that vibe, call it insanity, but people see them move. That's a gang-stalked vanity, tapped up lines, shadows trailing, following the night, following that fight. Still you stand up tall, with the gospels in your heart, and the fire of the word, sharp ready for that fight of your life. You got hacked and misaligned all of the time, GPS'd and monitored, but still you stay divine, mapping out that kind of spiritual move that you can't cross that line. This is identity theft thick, a premeditated murder over my life. Quit, but you stealing up, you trying to steal up my shine. Fake, can't clone that whole heart's a Satan's heart's is work. The jerks, they're trying to take too much of your stakes, obliterate your name. But you can't kill that soul. I stay rooted up in that light, ready to fight for the fight of my life. For the fight of my life. So let the darkness unfold, ready to play on my reps. I'm a vet, I ain't gonna get wet, but the truth gon' rise. I'm like a soldier in this, eyes on the Enterprise, high up into them skies, like they light it up on the 4th of July. You tried to obliterate my name, but I stay ready, equipped in the fire, in the fight and game. Seeing the games over me, through that thick smoke and the stack of your flames. I'm bringing light back into the fight. You try to tear me apart of me, but those scars just a gleam. Heart works forever, a heart work warrior, here now forever, stitching up them dreams. Your gossip got legs, but it ain't got means to an end, but to end me. Limp when I run, dissecting that hate, surgery with the tongue, hands of my life, don't decimate. I owe you a breath and an apology. Nah, you blazed up in that fire to spit the blessed up to the duress that was set stage to death. Getting tapped in, locked in, ready for that fight of my life, but the signal just got jammed up, Holy Ghost encryption, blocking out that bite, but you're selling, you ain't hitting and counterfeiting your game. I trademark my youth and truth, y'all mimic that name, push me to the ledge, straight off the edge. Now I thought you got me folding, I'm equipped, quit. Pivot and shift gears, and I'm ready and built for kind of grit to turn that dagger into a microphone. Every wound that I spit into, everything that you try to create over on me to obliterate my name.
Came in on the beat.
I came in with my eyes wide open on this crime. They got put on that shit list with all that they did to me all of the time. When they got me all lost off, trying to be put to death. But I'm still steady breathing in this life, into this Worx transition, into a new envision, that kind of transmission, where they slipping sideways. I'm rolling up with that Glock and Beretta off lock, steadily grinding up in them dolos of it, but this wickedest shit of their hearts and minds, of they thinking they men, they straight slipping in their truth. They straight dipping out of the gates, locking up, I'm dead in their eyes. You try to take my life for a long time, looking you dead in the eye, man. How could you do this shit to me? How could you do this shit to me? Stand steadily locked in your cageless assholes, assholes. Worx playground, dancing in that black box that you made of my whole love life. My own ghastly, ghostly feeling that you got me caged up in my own body and mind, poisoning me up with precision. I see you inciting that kind of violence, lost out inside of my drugged out state of mind. Still watching you slipped and clipped in your own love life. You and them sidelines of them lolos of my whole life. My whole life. Steadily I was locked in and trusting them, sipping it all as though it wasn't all me, lost in my own mind. Arsenic poison to the tribulation, to obliterate everything in my life, acting all friendly, trying to steal away my whole life, hearing them creep over my life. Just coming out from homelessness as he continues those kind of charades over my whole love life and my life. So I'm staying steadily locked up in my 9 that he carved out of my chest's plate cavity all of the fucking time, covertly. And I felt it crumble as I fell on that ground. So I'm just keeping them guns off safety on this one, man. But my stands in that sound doctrine, and this is my one time to tell it like the whole war crime over my entirety, my entire life. So I'm in a world fully clashed, and they got that heart shit stashed. Keep your mind over there. I don't even care what it does, man. It just ain't fair. You ain't fair in your mind at all. No, I'm writing it out. There ain't anything shaky that you took inside of my life in that kind of way. Keep it all stashed up inside of your motives, like them surgical strikes against my heart and mind all of the time. So I'm on that grind. You stolen my phone lines, and you did this before. So I'll pivot in the silence of the dead of the night, because you wanted me more than locked up out of my own life. So I'm not ready for war, but you better be ready for more than war. I ain't ready to die. This is the state of mind of that kind of crime, being cut up in that cutthroat all of the time, inside of your own life, without the use of my own mind, being chemically controlled all of the time. My inability to see right, being walked right out of myself. Inside of that kind of steel brigade made warfare, trying to steal up my whole life. Not just my health and mind, buddy. Let me tell you how you're gonna get away with this and protect your own, making that kind of life into a whole war weapon. When I just wanted to cut steel brigade thick about my devotion shit, inside of a heart work as a heart work warrior. You better stand tall inside of that kind of amazing crime. You got the taste of that, leaving that whole world of mine behind, while I'm looking for that real honey. You know all of the time, the design that was leaving me locked up out of my state of mind for my whole life. Not just my mind, but my heart, my health, and my wealth. My whole life being X'd out in that kind of way. So I'm coming like a fire up into this mix. You can suck a dick, kid, straight up. Just know this shit. Just know this shit. Sent straight into your veins, laced with poison, man. And try to tell it like it is. Tell it like it is. Nah, there ain't nothing shaky about the actions you made. Just a two-faced way to aim. And you're crumbling all them breadcrumbs behind. Then you try to recoil back to your drawing board. When you got a little off track and your lust's been caged up, you need to be investigated by them backdrops that you aimed up inside of my life. Then they just wanna cut you off like it's all over your own perspective, plundering predetermination and your determination to fade on me. When you would do that shit to me to undermine my own. Ain't no shaky about the actions that you made, man. Getting lost in your cageless ass killing spree over me and mine's, when my aim's been on point with the real, raw love life, up into the heart's refrain. You gonna detest me? I don't wanna be all tame to tame down my own life for anyone else's sake but me, man. You didn't check on your own scopes, getting steadily and heavily locked up in your own mindless ass way. Whole cageless ass past in the grave, dead in the face. Souls without aim. You getting steady up in that kind of love life. But you in lust. You encapsulated, engraved. Trying to steal out my whole design of my own love life and my whole refrain. My scope was dialed in for my own way. My own devotions and heart's work in my own way. Dripping it in, dripping it in, dripping it in, this cage assassin. Dripping it in, dripping it in, dripping it in, your cage assassin. Stuck on the grind, check your own plate all of the time. Getting steadily hot, locked up out of your mind. In this hocus pocus rhyme, whole cageless ass grains. Stuck inside of your souls without aim. In the life at all. Being dripped up all of the time. But in your stole up way. In the way of my whole life's designed for a love life. You fucking fake. My scope was dialed in inside of that locked up way for my own mind's devotion. Inside of my own heart for my love life. But I guess you play with your own like a magic trick and a love's potion. So hocus pocus with your jocus. In there getting lost up in that heart's cavity. Captive way in the locked up way. Leaving me in that crosshairs of my own life's design all of the time. Now I'm a sniper on this mission complete. Feel the movement in my heart's played so much. Designed inside of a mapped out mind, mapped out life all of the time by you. Yeah, you thought it would be over on me, right? Thought you could pull us over on me, right? So I'm getting steadily locked up within the Lord's design. ends with my last breath to save my life from all of this all of the time. The poisoning me out of my mind, leaving me lost and leaning all sideways, lost on myself and lost in my own life, crawling in the ground just to get home, to rise up through the black of the smoke stacks, thick black stacks, and the heart attack that you made on my chest plate tight. Watch it go for your forlorn ways, your forlorn ways with precision that hit me so damn low, like you're creating a slit wrist stock in the mystical gravitation of shit, of this kind of crime over me and my entire life. Still I'm breathing up in that low now, had me almost locked up and out of my mind for dead, twisting off that sort of slit wrist like it was nothing to you, man. That was the whole world made over me. I'm up in that war zone made by this world-class Stasi styles design, in this kind of war zone all of the time. My heart works was in transition. I've made it to my best in my mission, as it staged up for a heart attack. You never let me bounce back to my own self to experience my life outside of this kind of crime. Yes, crime that you took inside of my life. You ain't about to get away with this, dick. Inside of that resolve that you wanted in my life, dick. Rules resolved with the shift of the mission that was in my mind, for that mind shift inside of a Worx lyricists envisioned that you couldn't release me from that kind of crime, knowing the stack brigade thick of your dick ass crime, getting grimy over my entire life and mind. You must live like this for that money and power, when the realists want make rhymes rather to live with, instead of having to dodge out as one of the murderous dances. You know how they enhance that war with that feeling that you gotta go to the king for more. I feel the king just as if it was written in the sound doctrine, written in my mind, described in my heart's work. Mission steadily, bringing back that war made for war zones completely, because I've learned where it was all coming from. It's coming from a cold ace cast 28 years standing long-term relationship with friend, and aimed at me from within, the worst type of malignant type of psychopathicness, dressed up for more. You must best be ready for more, bitch. I'll bring you more to worry about than myself knocking down your door, and that cracked up in your spine. The fight for your life, spending the fight for mine. Up inside of this for such a long time, I got my mind cracked up by you, bitch, in the worst ways. I thought you were a friend. I thought you were my friend. Thought I'd break and die just to bloodshed inside of my life's design. Got me twisted. Don't play that shit list, kid, cause you're on that shit list that you ruined my whole life, man. Moving up in silence like a ghost, trying to steal what my whole wrecked up design in my life and mine, and that arsenic abuse being cracked out of my mind, as if anyone was there to love me at all and care about me back, so I could be doubling down for more in my life, more than I was before, when you had me getting arsenicked and insane made all of the time. I see that covert warplay game that you made, so I'll crack down your spine with each and every lyricist's mission that I write. Clean out their grave, man, because them parasites need to be filled up the most from the hells and the pits of where you're going. From all that you've done to me, man, that's where you dwell and it's where you belong. Locked inside your own cage in a fast cell. Inside of you, yeah, you're stepping up like Lazarus, blacked up boots, hearts pumping in that sound in your neck and that noose that you made for yourself, and I'll show it to you, and I'll let the trash bin know that kind of refuse before I light that bitch up with all that you do. in your heartless ass wickedest lusts, desires. With them Glocks and Berettas, I'll be steadily humming all of the time with that 9 you carved out of my heart's chest cavity. Demons are weak, I'll show them that the devil's in a pink tutu and me bitch too. Now steadily humming and the demons is weak. Guns blazing, I'm lyricist on this mission. So when you all be blazing that abuse bang, I'll be locked up in my own vision. You sick ass kid and trying to lurk it all about, twisting in what all you're told and all you're about. You're a wolf in sheep's clothing. Too bad the Lord is always gonna win back. That whole wolf's pack coming back for you in new ways. In new ways. Cause you dressed up your whole life's design and you sold out your whole soul for that kind of crime that you took inside of my life. And now that crime trying to haunt me up in the worst of ways, running inside of the maze that God's in control of, when God you should fear more. For more in your life and not leaving down on the floor. Feel like I'm gonna die, hardly able to get up to my bed. Inside of a love's life mission, being fully clipped of my wings with my heart's work and prayers. Prayers that I wouldn't have to have been taken there. You wanted to take my life, so I'll cut you off by that clean design. Being a surgeon, going up in this kind of lyricist mission for all the shit that you did to me, making me feel like I didn't belong. Forevermore inside of this kind of cutthroat design. This is my mind out of my mind, inside of that kind of crime inside of my life. I hope you understand that it's kind of been like a cutthroat inside of my life all of the time. Lost off in a world of abuse inside of this way, being chemically controlled for the inability to walk. That kind of steel brigade made warfare over me, trying to steal up my whole life and mind and my own design, not just my health and mind. To let me know just to go walk away to protect my own, but making it like them stacks of thick ghosts, trying to steal up my whole life, love, life, and body, mind, and soul. You know that kind of amazing taste that you let into my mouth when I'm looking for that honey, and ain't nothing funny. Now it's time to see up in that design, to kill me and leave me lost out of my mind for my whole life, to take my life, by your design, bitch. I see that shit in the fire in that mix, sent to your veins and lacked up with your poison, laced up into mind all the time. Then these trolls trying to recoil back into their own drawing board when they're getting heavy, locked up in that ignite way, and they backdrop crimes over their entirety in mind, getting lost in your mind, cause your crimes getting grimier real thick. They cut you off back, but they'll cut you off, dick. Motherfucker, you're a predator for more. You're gonna determine my fate, I'm gonna determine the more. Your name's just a fucking sick list on a shit list, kid. You ain't nothing but shaky, and your own actions made me all two-faced over me, and you aim leaked out your breadcrumbs all of the time. Getting lost in your cage, assassin, killing spree over my entirety in mind. When your aim's been on point, my aim's been on point. A real runs mission for his own love life. Inside of that heart works. I wanted my own love life, not being stolen up by you and your kind of way to tear me down and then fucking kill me.
You're a bitch, how could you do this shit?
Freak, are you kidding me?
If I'm being honest with myself, I'm not really doing all that well. I've been going through it for a while now, and everyone expects me just to smile now. But if I'm being honest with myself, I could really use a little help. Maybe if somebody cared to listen, I wouldn't have to feel so fucking distant. If I'm being honest with myself.
Yo, I'm running from me, can't you see I'm lost? These shadows trying to break free. They had me blindfolded, heart on the line. Jesus, hold me tight, keep it right. Vessel torn and I'm glitched up in the grace. Naked rounds blasting in this heart space, being carved up into a 9. instead of my own heart beating in my chest. Left me to bleed and I'm ready for that kind of rest. Within a war zone, stuck inside my chest. Trapped is close to ghastly as prison up inside of my own life. Matrix spinning out of control, locked up in this rage. As I escaped and they pulling all of this backdrop over that kind of roll with that truth, putting it in front of the king to never crack.
With myself, I'm not really doing all that well. I've been going through it for a while now, and everyone expects me just to smile now. But if I'm being honest with myself, I could really use a little help. Maybe if somebody cared to listen, I wouldn't have to feel so fucking distant. If I'm being honest with myself.
Family pulled up before the Dermans leaking in the middle of the door. They plot the grave site in the dirt of them dark ways of them trunk tights rolling on the grave. In that ground, I ain't playing that 6 feet. I'm in that battling of that zone and that sound. They fumble in my mind, getting me hijacked out of my peace. Every single slice of my heart's work, it ain't weak. My love life inside of my heart's chest plate, it won't cease. It'll reshape me with the Lord in this mold.
If I'm being honest with myself, I'm not really doing all that well. I've been going through it for a while now, and everyone expects me just to smile now. But if I'm being honest with myself, I could really use a little help. Maybe if somebody cared to listen, I wouldn't have to feel so fucking distant. If I'm being honest with myself.
They fumbled my mind and hijacked my peace inside of my own life's design. Slit wrists of the mind, deep divine, got me running, nowhere to hide. Locked up in the way, rage building up inside, steadily locked up. Jesus stands where I collide. Where I collide.
Psycho crimes being held over me. No mask, no bearing, no respect in this kind of war zone. Holding all of this pain, life deranged, and drained out like a quick sand and rain. Hit the floor for more of my life. I could have died that night, but Christ pulled me back when I knelt to pray. Flipped the scripts in the whole revival of self. In that kind of mind state, being lost inside of a ghastly ass ghostly prison of me that died. Inside of virtues forlorn with the grace that still flies. With the Lord, show me how to keep these skies. Playing with flames, tight morality. Fires burning slow. Holding that kind of reality as a chain linker for Jesus Christ. It's kind of artillery. AK-740 chests of men, divine in that stability all of the time, to pull up that kind of war crime in entirety. Spin them tracks up in this walls crash, no grave on point, hold me in that underground. Inside of that raise and ask grave, I'll rise from with the dawn of the flame, set the seal in that light, catch the wind of the eagles taking flight. I'm like a flightless ass bird inside of my fallen in love, but this ain't just in that kind of flesh. It's in the world-class design by Jesus Christ, drowning inside of that heart's plate, chest cavity all of the time. But he's bringing in the rest, trying to flip them L's off safety for the real love, life, light, loyalty, and that kind of legacy. Inside of the real love
brought the real deal. Missions lit from the fire zone. Inside of a war zone, etched in my own G-code, never alone. Changed up the link in Jesus Christ's name out on the throne. Killing the knee that was overthrown. Metal pulse, trap, hip-hop beat. That new wave blaze up on repeat. Them heart speaks. Inside of a heart is language that was deep. Life was draining. Now I'm standing up in that AK-47 chest of men, marching for that souls being caught on the fire. Inside of their lust cage ass desires, calling the lights in the heaven spark. We're slipping into Christ's light tonight, leave it in sight. Walk within the fire, holding that breath real tight. Could have been gone, could have been forlorn and dead and gone that night. But Jesus Christ's light pulled me right in, pulled me right in. Ghosts of regret down within. Inside of falling down, but I rise up with each and every single step I take. Now I'm whole. Inside of this whole mission, clipped with my wings getting clipped. No longer asleep, breaking these chains. Let them release, oh Lord. Let that kind of love life reign. That love life reign. God's fire burning up in the every middle of the night. Each and every single game, they get gamey, grimy over me. Lifting the plans wicked, the slanderous one. Be strong, God made every dawn.
Pride Fate.
Hey yo, this ain't just written in verse, it's a battle cry for a crowdfunding of my soul's heart's work mission. Inside of a movement, love kid, disguised rising up from the wares, the bouts, the shadows lie. They scheming and playing with crooked hands, trying to steal up that vision, sound and mind. Breaking the plans that I got from my own love life, getting cheated on, now cheated out of my whole life's design. Left shattered in doubt, fake smiles and hidden blames in the dark. They thought they could erase my spark, but I'm burning after more of my life. Built to survive, and God's breathing, keeping me alive. Chemicals locked up in my mind, try to get me caged up in my whole soul frame of mind. But in the Lord rewrote that scroll. Trapdoors couldn't seal up this fate, and I break through before it's too late. Before it's too late. Rise up to the skies, no more lies. Inside of a heart Worx mission, real equipped. Blazed up with the fallen on the rise. Warriors love life on the rise, ready to shine. Ready for that kind of flight, bringing that warmth into the coldness of night. The gimmick thick, but I stay clean. Christ keeping me up in that scene. They tried to drug out this heart, hacked up my mind's design for the fate that I was trying to find. Play with that lives, playing with that lives like knives. It's all like getting gave me a shit up in that rise that's untouchable by their shame. Through that wickedest scars, they're gonna remain. Cut me in deep and I'm built for the fight, calling out all hearts into the lost of the fray.